Hey there guys, thank you for joining with me today. This is going to be another Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 video. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. So kind of what we're going to do here is take a look around this city of Troskowitz. We already have these main quests up. And we're actually gonna go to B. We're gonna go to this one up here, but first kind of want to take a walk around the village here, kind of to show you what we got going on. So let's just start over in this area, and then we'll make our way around here. And then we'll come back to here. So this is, yeah, this is the inn. So the innkeeper has a quest, but she's a little aggravated at us right now, so we'll have to come back. Let's look again here. Yeah, we need to go over here. One tip I would give is that the quicker you can go ahead and start pulling your herbs, the better off you're going to be.
Doesn't it bother you walking around here like some animal?
Must be dirty. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, this is the butcher. That's right. Okay. And one quick note, I did look around, tried to find a bed in this city and couldn't find one. Let's see here. Yeah, this is where we can wash ourselves. Let's also go into our inventory. So we're straight off of having gotten out of those stocks. So yeah, we don't have anything on. So I think we should probably go ahead and start to equip stuff. Remember which one of these shields that you're doing it under, because you can always change these later on if you'd like. But let's see. I mean, most of this stuff is we don't want a bunch of armor on. We just want to have some basic stuff on. We don't want to. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's try this. Anyway, you can come back here and wash your clothes. I think you have to have soap, though. Still haven't gotten used to the buttons quite right, so let's... Okay, so you can see here, we're starting to fill some of this in. Let's see what this is. Drying rack, okay. Let's keep going here. Don't remember what's around here, but... Oh, it's the tailor. Yeah, the tailor is located right here. This is the stable. Whoa. So that's pretty interesting. If you ever need food, you can come right here. Get this honey. I don't know if it's considered stolen or not. Let's look. Oh no, here it is. It actually got 30. It sells for 3.3 too. It probably won't sell for that much, but so I'm gonna show you in a minute. These gathering these herbs are easy way to get some money early. I mean, you can steal a horse from there. Problem is you can't keep it. So not really worried about getting in any trouble right now. Main thing, so start of the game, we want to figure out how to make some money, where to find a bed, and a decent way of getting food. So that's really the main goal right now. And you can talk to these people. Normally they'll talk to you. There's a way to apologize to that other guy. The guy we got into a fight with. Okay. So we're leaving town. We need to go back. If anybody's wondering, I use a controller. Use an Xbox controller. Sometimes I use the keyboard, and yeah, sometimes I'll use it. But okay, so we're back here. Here's the trader. So we want to talk to him real quick. So if you do the chat option, it goes right straight to trade. But if you do the talk option, it goes into a dialogue.
You can buy everything you need from me, but excuse the selection. A few days ago, when I was returning with new goods, the horse got spooked, and my wagon tipped into the pond. I salvaged some things, but the rest is now in the pond.
This is a quest we'll do.
Were there any valuables in there?
You bet.
In a little bit.
Semin ordered all sorts of delicacies and precious spices from me for the wedding feast. And for Taylor Bartishak, I was carrying expensive fabrics to make dresses for the occasion. If you only knew how much coin I spent on this.
And where did the wagon tip?
On the roads near the catch-up pond, beyond Jelly-Off. You can still find it there. I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off. But what can I do?
Sorry to hear that.
Me too. But what can I do? So, what will it be?
I wanted to ask you, What's on the other side of that nearest hill? I'm not from here, and I'd like to get my bearings. You look like a merchant to me, so you probably know best.
Ja, natürlich, you're not from here. Everyone around here knows that, after what happened in Betty's Tavern. Aber das ist deine Sache. That is your business, lad. Also, what do you want to know?
Where can I find a church round here? I'm surprised you don't even have a small chapel in the village.
If you want. Die Rettung deiner Seele, junger Mann. You have to go through the forest to Aujetz and to St. Catharine. Herr von Berger does have a chapel in his castle, but it's not for commoners like you. We do not go there either. Und warum auch? The gravedigger Ignatius takes care of burials outside the village, and weddings usually take place without a local priest. No one wants to pay the church more than they have to. Das ist ja wohl klar.
Can I find other merchants around here?
Zum Glück nicht, junger Mann. I'm the only merchant here around Trusky. Oh, natürlich. There are plenty of tradesmen here who sell their goods. There is Bartosz, the tailor. He lives at the other end of the village. The apothecary, Emmerich, lives across from me. They are a hand in glove, or more like hat in hat.
What do you mean by that?
Nichts weiter. Just that they play at being educated men. Along with the scribe Geibel, they are always studying some Latin tracts. But of the three, perhaps only Geibel knows Latin, if he really does at all.
Is there anyone else here?
Oh yeah. Beyond the tailor's house on the edge of the village is where Bashka the butcher lives. Opposite the Rathaus is the carpenter. The rest of the villagers are just peasants, and you are already familiar with the tavern.
Where do you go for wares? What's the closest town?
The closest is Sobotka, the biggest Yichin, what you call Yichin. And farther north there is Turnov. Half of that one belongs to Herr von Bergel.
Is it far?
Das kommt darauf an. It takes all day on foot. Wenn du was brauchst, the goods I have here will have to do you. I do not think you will get to the town anytime soon.
Is there anything I should avoid around here?
Certainly. Stirring up trouble and sticking your nose into other people's business. Here in the village, we don't care much for outsiders. If any do come, they better behave.
I understand that, but we were ambushed by bandits. So I wanted to ask if you know anything about that.
Ach so, ich verstehe. The woods have been full of all manner of rebel recently. That is all because of the war. Verdammte Schurken.
So you've already heard about these bandits?
About those ones in particular, or about others. They are all just gleichen Scheißkerle. Every time I go to the town, the bailiff must send an armed escort with me. It makes life difficult.
So the roads aren't safe?
Ja, das kann man wohl sagen. Herr von Bergo should do something about it at last. But Herr Otto spends more time in Prague than here. And Chamberlain Ulrich... Ach, lassen wir das.
Alright. That's all he's got to say, but he gave us that quest. Now over here... Yeah, over here is a place we need to go. Now let's check this out. So, remember the potion we made first to... at the hut we was at to begin with. Is a potion we can still make. Yeah, see, they're both here. Chamomile and sage. This lady is over here working away, and we're pulling all these flowers up. It's funny they don't say something about it, but anyway, so I'm not going to do a lot of this. I just want to show you that we can make some potions real quick and have them on our pocket. If you want to come back here and use it to make some money, you can. That would probably be a good way to start off. The thing is, we want to try to make it to the blacksmith before the end of the day, so And these will grow back, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how long. Just go ahead and pull them all. We can dry them too. But this is good. That was this is one potion. That is literally just in one spot. We'll leave those back there. So we don't need these marigolds, but let's just pull some anyway. Alright, so here is the first bench and drying rack. So here's the drying rack. And you can see there's a bunch of other, there's a bunch of other herbs around.
Lob sei Gott.
Yeah, can't talk to him. Let's see here. I don't know if we can talk to her. Apparently not. Yeah, apparently not. So, anyway. Let's go ahead and start this. I want to just, let's take a look at the book anyway. We gotta get, wine, chamomile, and sage. Wine, chamomile, and sage. Okay. So you put the wine in. Okay. Let's go ahead and use these good ones. And I'll show you what to do with the other ones. Confirm that. Chamomile. And sage. So let's go and do the sage first. And let's put it in the mortar and pestle. Go ahead and grind this up. Just like to get it ready. Makes it a little easier on the back end. You can put it in this dish right here. And then we're going to want to take 2 handfuls of this. Drop it in the cauldron. Okay. Then we're going to move this down. We have to boil it for a turn. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. And let's turn the then let's go ahead and let that boil. And this is kind of funny because it actually requires a little bit longer than a turn to get the perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this in here. And then we're just going to go ahead and end it with a file. Alright. Let me just put it in here. And then you see, I don't know how long that took. I don't know, a minute or two. You got 2 of them.
I didn't boil that chamomile long enough, did I?
Didn't boil the chamomile long enough. So it was longer than a turn. Let's do it again. Just go ahead and... I wish it would leave those up there. Let's go ahead and do this first, like we did before. But anyway, that was like 50 gold. You're probably not going to get 50 gold for it. But I'm sure you'll get some gold out of it. And then we're going to go ahead and put the chamomile in there. And so this time we got to remember, we just gotta boil that thing a little longer. All right, let's go ahead and turn the dial over, and then let's go ahead and pump this thing up. See if that'll help it. Let that thing boil pretty good. Probably still not enough. Go ahead and put this in there. Go ahead and use the file. And this will end it in the potion. So let's see what we got on that one. Still not enough.
That chamomile should have had more time on the fire.
Man, oh man, that's confusing. Let's try something here. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and put this thing down. Just want to try this and see. Let's go ahead and put it on the heat. Because it looks like it's boiling. Yeah. Then let's go ahead and pick this. Sage. Sage. Let's go ahead and grind it up in the mortar and pestle while that's boiling. Let's see if that don't do it pretty good. Interesting. Let's go ahead and put this in there. And let's just let it boil like this for a minute without pumping the bellows. Go ahead and let that thing. Alright. See how good that did. Just trying to get a perfect one. I got one the other day. I did went through a little bit of it. To see what was going on. Nah, still didn't do it.
Did I boil that chamomile too long?
Too long that time. Let's try that one more time. Just do this. Maybe if we do it like that, we don't have to wait so long. Chamomile. Sage. Anyway, once you get used to doing one of these, it's pretty quick. You can see here that sage is actually worth quite a bit. Should have put that down while I was grinding that. I'm sure there's a perk that'll allow you to Go ahead and get that big boy hot. Let's do this. Drop him in there. Let's do this. Drop him in there. Now then, let's go ahead and turn this. Lift this up. Throw this in. See how that did. We're gonna find out. I didn't have enough time to figure out what was causing me to get the perfect potions the last time. Still didn't do it.
Did I boil that chamomile too long?
Anyway, you guys can figure that out. There's a sweet spot there. I'm doing it wrong though, whatever it is I'm doing, so we'll worry about it later. I want to try to not have this video be that long, especially just with me sitting there grinding those out. I do want to show you this though. So we can do all of these so we can keep them. And then as we're walking around, we can so let's go back to our inventory. We'll see what it looks like. Is it materials? Yeah. See, and they're all 100%. It's actually increased its price a little bit, so anyway. Pretty good little way to make some early money. Now I do want to, so I did purchase the pre-order, which means I have the lion's crest option there, so let's go find out about that one.
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problem.
Oh, so look, he's got a oh, jeez. There's a way to talk to him. I thought you could talk to him. Anyway, he was one of the ones that was in that fight. Thought I could talk to some of those people. Indulgence chest. Sharpening wheel.
Hail?
Oh, here's who we can talk to. The bailiff.
Excuse me, I'm looking for the man who was in the pillory with me yesterday. Have you seen him?
I can't help you with that. You'll have to find him yourself.
I'd like to report an ambush. Some scoundrels attacked my lord's retinue and killed our men.
That's a serious matter. Where is your lord?
Well, he left.
I don't understand why he's not lodging a complaint himself, and why not directly at the castle. He has that right as a lord.
It's a long story. My lord got very angry and then went missing.
Sorry, fella, but I'm not sure whether you're making it up or lying to me. But if you were telling the truth, why don't you bring your lord here and we can talk it all over calmly? I'm sorry, lad, but until then, I've got more important things to do.
I need to speak with Sir Otto.
With the Royal Chamberlain? Are you yanking my official pizzle?
Why not?
I'd like to talk to him too, boy, but he's still in Prague. He's hardly ever here. Chamberlain Ulrich is in charge of things.
And where do I find him?
Where do you think? Up in the castle.
But they won't let me in there.
What do you want me to do about it? That's your problem. I'm not going to put in a word for you. I hardly know you.
I'd like to buy something. Where can I find some merchants around here?
If it's a tradesman you're after, most of them live here in the village, of course. Your best bet is to ask our merchant Jörg. He knows everyone. I'm sure he'll help you.
What's new, bailiff?
Nothing special. Fortunately, Troskowitz is a quiet village. It's peaceful here, and the war has avoided us so far, thank God. Just here and there a brawl in the tavern or the neighbor's errant cow. Well, that's how it was until recently, at least.
And what happened?
What do you think? It started with that nomadic riffraff, theft of hens and sheep, then continued with ambushes on the road. And then the wolves started to come in from the forests on account of the poachers killing off their prey. Oh, and then our master Chamberlain Ulrich. Oh my God. But that's no business of yours, understand?
I understand. That's your business, bailiff.
So the good thing about that is you can pay indulgence. I don't know what that is. We'll have to figure that out later.
What will it be?
As the local scribe, you know a lot of things, right?
I'd say so. In this province, not a squirrel farts without my knowing.
Right. So, if I needed to get something, you'd certainly be able to tell me where, right?
Depends on what you're looking for. Don't involve me with anything dishonorable.
No, don't worry. I'm just looking for some armor.
Armor? Well, unless you want to join von Burgau's retinue, I don't think I can help you. But try Radovan, the blacksmith in Tachov. He might at least sell you an iron helmet.
You don't know of anything better?
Aha. So, the good man is a connoisseur, eh? And how would Prince Brunswick's armor suit you?
Whose armor?
Oh, it's just a local legend.
What legend?
It's hard to explain. There are actually 2 legends, or even 3. Well, it doesn't really matter. Why are you so interested anyway? Fine armor like that belongs in the hands of a knight.
This guy's a scribe.
Oh, come
Let's
now.
try that. I don't know.
Surely
This
you're
is
not
a
going to
working.
keep that legend to yourself. Do a fellow scholar a service.
Youngster, being able to piss your name in the snow doesn't make a scholar out of you.
I beg your pardon?
All right. No need to lose your temper. I'll tell you. In short, they
I
say
got you.
the armor of ancient Bohemian Prince Brunswick is hidden here, waiting for some valiant knight to find it. I don't believe it, of course. After all, I'm educated. But you'd be surprised how many fools have set off to find it.
Who exactly was this Brunswick?
You don't know, lad? Educate yourself. Brunswick was a famous Czech prince who won the lion for our country's coat of arms.
Really? How is it that I've never heard of him?
Perhaps because he never existed. Prince Vladislav II got the lion for our coat of arms for helping Emperor Frederick I, known as Redbeard.
But you just said that...
Brunswick is just a legend, but a quite lovely one, I'll give you that.
Could you recount for me the legend of Brunswick?
Well, why not? Brunswick was a valiant Bohemian prince. He lived in a time when our country had an eagle on its coat of arms, but that wasn't good enough for him. So he decided to head out into the world and gain the mark of a more powerful animal.
A man after my own heart.
You may think so, but his wife was none too happy. Her name was Ludmilla, and she begged Brunswick 100 times to stay home, but he just couldn't be persuaded. Still, He loved her very much, so he took her ring and told her that unless someone came and showed her that ring during the next 7 years, she should wait for his return. But if he failed to return after 7 years, that would mean he would never return.
And what happened next?
Brunswick's party set out to sea, but didn't get far. They were drawn in by an island with a mysterious mountain of amber that holds all ships and prevents them from leaving. Over time, the men on the deserted island died of starvation, leaving only Brunswick, who noticed that once a year, a great bird called No came to the island to hunt. And so, the clever knight hid in his horse's hide at just the right time. And when the bird came, it mistook him for prey and carried him away. So, Brunswick wandered on. After some time on the road, the prince came across something unprecedented. A duel between a lion and a 9-headed dragon. So, what do you think Brunswick did at that moment?
Well, considering what he later added to the coat of arms, I expect he helped the lion, eh?
Smart. Brunswick rushed to out the lion, and together they killed the dragon. And from that time on, they were stalwart companions. The lion even followed him all the way back to Bohemia. Except, by then, it was already too late. It had already been exactly 7 years to the day since Brunswick set off on his journey. His wife, Ludmilla, who had until that time valiantly resisted all suitors, was about to remarry. But at the wedding feast, Brunswick managed to drop the ring in her cup. So it all turned out well. For Brunswick, that is. Not so for Ludmilla's new groom, but the lion took care of that.
And do you know where I could find Brunswick's armor?
Yes, lad, if it even really exists. But I do have a little bit of advice for you. Sir Chenyek, who they say hid the armor, left behind a riddle. It's a test that must be passed by whoever wants to find it. Do you want to hear it?
Then how did that riddle go?
Wait, how was it? I've got it. Take your leave of crone and maiden, standing tall behind the gates. Boldly go towards true midnight. In caverns cold your prize awaits. Pass through the all of forest kings, hidden deep from hunter's gaze. Standing tall, 2 guards of stone. Behind whom yearned for treasure lays. Between them stands a mighty rock. A subtle niche, yet deeper still. A place to give one's art to God. Behold, my armor gleaming still.
Uh-huh. And that was supposed to help me, eh?
Answers come to the wise, kicks to the stupid.
The crone and the maiden towards midnight. We've got east, west, midday, midnight. Well, thanks a lot.
Hold on, I'll give you something else. Sir George, who previously owned the armor, wanted to have a nice poleaxe made in Prague too, but he died of the plague before he could do it. I'm not too certain about Brunswick and his armor, but this is certainly true, because I have a copy of George's order here. Here, take it, as a keepsake. And now, go.
Master Scribe, what do you want? Came to see if you're working. What does it look like? Well, it looks to me, instead of writing, you just...
Interesting. So we'll
That's exactly what I'm paid to do. Ah, carry on then.
So I don't understand. Guess he's... This is the quest tipster.
What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I heard something
There we go.
going on in Tackoffic. Project the Innkeeper is probably coming up with some mischief to pull on the Gelievites. Will they never cut it out? Their bickering is making work for me. And now I've been visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
What do you mean, more? You sound like this isn't the first time.
That we found someone buried here? Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Most of them are von Burgo's men. Also, if it wasn't bad enough that gang of bandits is rampaging through the region, now someone's stealing cabbage from the peasants. What a disaster.
Cabbage?
Aye, and the peasants won't stop bugging me about it. I was just visited by a peasant from Jadar. He's been talking my ears off for God knows how long. Say, do I really have to do this? Do I have the time to look for some moron stealing cabbages? And that's about it?
That sounds interesting. Thank you.
Okay, so that should be everything in this city. From what I can remember.
Don't shove.
Okay. What is this? Fresh graves. Okay. Fresh graves. That's the miller. This is Tomcat. This is Mutt, so we need to do that too. This is the blacksmith. So let's head towards the blacksmith. B. Okay, we're not going to get a horse either. We're just going to go. We're just going to walk. Probably quicker to get a horse, but I'm not going to try and steal anything right now. People's already pretty pissy with me right now. Anyway, we can always keep pulling some of these every now and again. Let's see what this is. I keep looking for like a bed. Nothing there though. I mean, maybe there's... Sometimes there's nests.
Wonder what their names were.
Some food. Some mead. Some wine. I don't see anything else. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Let's just continue on. Get back down here on the main road. A lot of these. I like that. Look here. Yeah, look here. Very good. Yeah, this is good. Didn't know this was here. We do now though. What's this? Give us some ordinary arrows anyway. There's one over here. One down here. It's a broken one. Well, it is what it is.
What happened to you?
I'm in big trouble.
How so?
I lost a letter. A very important letter. I was supposed to deliver it to my master by tonight.
What was in the letter?
I have no idea what it said. For one thing, it was a secret, and for another, I can't read. But it was my master's beloved who sent it. That's why it was so important.
Oh, so it could just as easily have been a lewd verse.
I don't really care what was in it. The point is, I don't have it.
Would you like me to help you look for it?
There's no point now. I've been on the road for 2 days as it is. We'll never make it by tonight.
Do you know where you might have lost it?
I haven't the faintest idea. It must have slipped out somewhere along the way.
You should have been more careful with it. Losing the one thing you're supposed to deliver.
I know. So I forgot to check my bag this morning, alright? But now it's gone, and I'm fucked.
I have to be going. I hope you find the letter.
Me too. Because if I don't, I'm in for a lashing.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Wait! I have an idea. Punch me in the face.
What?
Smack me in the gob. I'll say I was ambushed on the way and they took the letter.
Very well then. Defend yourself. Or not. It's up to you. You ready?
I am.
I don't guess you can lock on. Trying to figure out how to lock on to him. Well, we knocked you unconscious.
All right.
That was rough.
Do you think that's enough?
I definitely. I'm sore all over.
Oh, my mouth most of all.
Glad to be of help then. Take care.
Alrighty. We'll continue on. Let's see here. We need to... Yeah, we need to go this way. So we're just going to continue on towards the blacksmith. So I've had an issue with my recording there a minute ago, so we're gonna have to... I had to try to piece that together, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up here to the blacksmith, and then we're going to we're gonna end this section of the video, and then what we'll do is we will pick back up right there with the blacksmith. I think will be the best way to do that. Yeah, here's the blacksmith. Yeah, right here's the blacksmith. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and end this video, and then we'll come back. We'll come back to this at this point. This blacksmithing part is actually pretty lengthy. So anyway, if you follow me this far, I'd really like to appreciate it. Thank you for joining in, and we'll catch you the next time. Bye bye now.